Man, that intro gets me going every time. Every time. Welcome, everybody. I'm the Greek DeFi Guru here with my first live stream for you on my channel. I got the great Daniel Prado with me today.
Hi, guys.
And we got Confirming RM, the TA specialist.
What
up? Does more than that, but we'll just... Man, what news today? How did you guys take the news? I know me and Daniel were on earlier going crazy, so it was awesome. But confirm it. How did you like the news today?
You're talking about the increase in nodes, correct?
Increase in nodes and the other big rebasing nodes.
Oh, I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. Just basically, it's essentially almost doubling it, but I was like 300 to 500. That was pretty cool to see. And then as well, what was the number for the light nodes? I forget at the moment. Was it 1200 to 1500?
Yeah, 12 to 15. Yes.
Okay, wow. So I actually remembered. But that's awesome. It gives people more room. You get an extra cumulatively 500 people to be able to hold some sort of node, and then that rebasing aspect. I'm like that's mind-blowing to me. Just like you were saying in the live stream earlier, it basically pays for it over the course of like a month and a half. And that's just mind-boggling. Just getting those rebases while holding one.
Yeah, it's nuts. And I was wondering is when you buy one, you know, you're going to give your Safuu now in the next month and a half. If that rebase is just like the sacrifice rebases, and then when you go live, you already have those rebases, or if it starts, those are some questions that I have. I don't know what your opinion is on that and all that stuff.
I mean, I don't have much of an opinion yet. Haven't really gotten to collect myself and really gather that, because I was gonna rewatch over your guys' video again and really hone in on what that was. I was kind of was gonna ask you guys more to explain what your opinions were again and in this live stream as well, to maybe sway myself.
Say it again, Greek. What is it that you wanted a response about? Yeah. I'm sorry.
So in the next month and a half, you're going to get these light nodes or nodes. They do rebase. Are they going to rebase like normal, the regular coins will, up until mainnet launch, or does it start on mainnet launch? That's a question I have, but I'm sure we'll find out more Friday. I just want to get...
Well, I can tell you the answer to that. The answer is that they will start rebasing the second everything else starts rebasing, because once that begins, it just starts. There's no stopping for one or some of the wallets. Wherever it is coded for it to be rebasing, if that's where it's supposed to be rebasing, if that is one of the places that it can rebase, that it will start on November 20th. I can promise you that.
Well, if that happens, I'm even more bullish. As you guys can see, I got rid of all my hair. I mean,
I know. I saw your challenge earlier today.
It was funnier when I called you out. I was just passionate. So.
Okay. Someone's got to fill me in. So, like, what was this challenge?
There's something wrong with you, bro.
Well, so Daniel said if Safuu hits $50, he's going to shave his head. So I said, why wait today? And then
why wait? He did it on camera. He started just taking the clippers and just started going haywire.
I also ripped one of my Forex shirts that no longer fits me. So it was great to just... Today's my 1-year anniversary of my surgery, weight loss surgery. So down 150 pounds. So I was just like, I'm ripping that. And then Brian Legend comes in Discord and he goes, that's my #1 video right now currently on the YouTube challenge. So my job worked out. It was great.
I hope it works out and you hold on to it. You know, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I was at the #2 spot for a little while there, and then I just got completely knocked out by everybody. I wasn't even a part of the list after a while. And I had a really good video too. You know what I mean? I thought it was pretty good.
I may be at a slight disadvantage for those, because I just look at green and red candles every video. I'm like, Brian, I don't think one of these is gonna be your favorite.
You can make the chart just go up.
Yeah,
I don't know. Photoshop it. Confirmant, maybe you can mix it up in some kind of way that makes it interesting, that catches Brian's eye. You never know. You might be able to do something, you know.
Outside the
But
green screen.
Greek, what was your question that you had asked? That we got sidetracked because of the whole thing. You had asked a question that you wanted a response to. I'm sorry, I don't know what it was. What was it?
You already answered it. You said, "Hell yes, it's gonna rebase when everything else starts rebasing."
Oh yeah,
So, yeah. That's
It should. I mean, like it. Now, I could be wrong about that. I'm not. I mean, I'm saying I can guarantee you that, but that's the way these things are. Like if it starts rebasing, everybody starts rebasing. There's not some that are not, like, you know what I mean? Like they can't do it that way. I mean, unless I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that once everything starts rebasing, that's a part of it. And that's why we have to have those in place, by the way, for testnet. We have to have those are a part of the testnet. The light nodes and the full nodes are a part of the testnet. They have to be tested. And so since they're going to be being tested, that means they're going to be fully operational. I would expect that means that it's also going to be collecting rebases. It's absolutely insane news. That's what I mean, like I said it earlier today on my channel when I had you on. I don't know how this is not $500 per token. I mean, it's beyond me. The insanity of how unbelievably bullish this is, and I'm talking just like money making insanity is what this is. And I would think that people would be going nuts over it, but I think it has to do with just people not knowing about it. That's why I've been doing everything I can. You've been doing everything you can, Con, Sean, everybody, Chalk Talk, everybody's been trying to get the word out. We just hope that it could start to stick soon, because this is going to happen. And a lot of people are going to be wondering and saying, oh, I wish that I knew about this. How come I didn't know? It's going to be like, bro, we were on the air like daily. You know what I mean? People need to know about this. I just think that's the biggest reason why we're not moving in the way that I think we should be moving.
Yeah. And people just go, why are you so crazy in your vids? I'm like, how can you not be? Do you not see the news? It's like we're seeing something totally different. Like, just simple math. Simple math, people. It's do the numbers, and it's like.
Well, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody what the news was? Because I mean, maybe some people that are just watching you don't even know like what happened.
I tend to forget that not everybody spends their life in Discord like me.
That's what I'm here for, brother.
Right.
To help you out.
So for those who have not been anywhere near Discord, have not watched my video today, have not watched Daniel's live earlier, have not watched Confirm It. He has
not been in Discord. He's just getting off to work, all that stuff. Yeah.
But yeah. So the news today was that now there is 1,500 light nodes, and there's going to be 500 regular nodes. The regular nodes are still going to be whitelist only, and the light nodes are first come, first serve. We all knew that stuff. But the big news is the nodes will rebase now, just like the rest of the coins will. So if you basically buy a node within a month, you will get basically your value out of that node already, and you'll be free rolling for the rest of the life of that node, for the rest of the life of the blockchain. That is ridiculous.
I want to insert this just because I'm just going to say this, and this is probably not what people want to hear. It might not be. It probably won't be what happens, but I am going to say it just so people are prepared. This does change things, obviously. You know what I mean? It changes a lot, obviously. So that $49,000, don't be surprised, everybody, if Brian comes in and says, you guys, we have to change the price of this. I'm just throwing it out there. It might not be the case. Could be still $49,000, but just remember, these things are rebasing now, right? So that means, like what Greek just said, in 1 month, you already got your money back. That's insane value. Again, what I just said earlier, how people are not seeing this is unreal to me. It should be $300, $400, $500 per token right now because of the insanity that people are trying to get so that they could be able to get in on this. But it is what it is, right? But just keep that in mind. If he comes on Friday and says, we need to sell these for more, and whatever price comes out of his mouth, be ready to accept that, because this is just like everything else has been changing. We went from 15 million to 300 million. Now we went from 300 nodes to 500 nodes. We went from 1,200 light nodes to 1,500. Things are changing. I think you guys need to be prepared just in case. And I'm not saying again that this is what's going to happen, but it could be that on Friday he says, this is a new price, ladies and gentlemen, because these things are just way too valuable to be just $49,000. I'm just saying.
My only thought on that is, I heard in the Discord, maybe I didn't check the math, so I'm going off of what somebody said. Is somebody said 200 people have right now the amount of Safuu to afford a node, full node. I know we're rebasing till then, and there's 500 of them. So if they increase the price, that might limit. Not saying it's going to happen, but it's just a thought that I saw in Discord, and it was interesting to see.
Yeah. Well, I never looked at the list that way just to see how many, and I think it has to do with what you just said, which is, there's still, I mean, well, actually, there's not that much time, to be honest with you. There's only until August, and we're already, what's today's date, Con? The 20th?
Yep.
Yeah, so
11 days until August.
And here's a
question. It's going to be that first week that we need to get this done, I think. I'm thinking that that's what he's going to say on Friday.
And here's a question I was thinking too. How will your node rewards convert to SafeWX since you won't be able to surrender prior to buying a node? So I was thinking, like, you're surrendering Safuu for that node right now. Is he then going to automatically sacrifice that upon sacrificing? So are you going to get a 65% bonus on that staked amount going in? That's a question I've had too. And I'm not sure if he means that, but when the node's live, obviously it's paying you in SafeWX, so I don't think he's talking about that. But what's your thoughts on?
I think that's insane. I think that's a fantastic thing if that happens. When you said it earlier, I was like, that would be awesome. What you're saying, I think, is if you put up that Safuu money equaling $49,000, does that also count as a sacrifice so that you can get those Safuu X back? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I was saying, yes.
Yes, that would be amazing. That'd be insane, bro. That'd be unbelievable, right?
5150 YT, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate everything that you do. Also, Seahawks, thank you for becoming a member of my channel. Much appreciated. I just want you to know that you are #1 member right now, the only one. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Seahawk is the man, bro. I love that guy.
And also, we got a question here. Cedric Harris, thank you for $4.99. Any research on the last expo related to spikes in price? Also, is it sacrifice price or mainnet price to get transferred to SafeWX? So, any research? There's not much research in expo related price spikes. This is going to be the first one, but this one being the prime sponsor and having a blockchain coming will be ridiculous in terms of the price spikes and the amount of whale money that's in Dubai, and knowing how much Dubai loves crypto. It's ridiculous. I've done tons of research on that, and they love crypto. They are like ready to go into the space. So that's great. Also, the sacrifice price, when you sacrifice, it is the price of Safuu at the time, and then it's converted. So if it's $24, you get 4-to-1 on your SafeWX.
Yes, 4-to-1 is if the price is $24, even more if it's more than $24, which is what I'm expecting, because at some point this is going to start to become more known. Again, we only have 159,000 people that are owners of Safuu. If we get to above the number that we are now, which is somewhere around there, that $24, but if we were to stay at $24, just with a 1-to-1, we get 4 Safuu X for just one of our Safuu. And that doesn't even include the 50 and then 15% multipliers. It's absolutely bullish. And I think the more people that find out about this, especially crypto people, like you said, over there in Dubai, they are definitely going to be very bullish on this, and that's going to change things. And I think it's going to change things with big money. I think big money comes in because big money is going to see the value in this that a lot of medium and even a lot of medium and even small money just for some reason is not seeing right now.
And for anybody on the fence, because there's always a ton of people on the fence, plug in $24 on the calculator on Discord, and then plug in $30 and see the number change. It is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I mean, $24 in if that's why I do my figuring on 24. I always am a worst case scenario when I do my figuring. So I don't anticipate anywhere near 24. I anticipate above 30, but I did a printout where I printed out 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. It's ridiculous. And I had to I could not stand it. I was like, how are people selling when this news? It's unbelievable. I know everybody has their own reasons for doing what they do, but I just don't understand it. If you have a long-term vision, man, everybody wants to get rich. This is your opportunity. And
go ahead, bro. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, it is that way. What you just said, where people they do want to get rich, but they like, I guess because there's so many stories out there of people getting it done in like literally a day or even some days, and it's just like that. Like within some days, there's just like this like very needle point big population of people that has happened to. It is so rare. It's not even funny. Part of the key of building this wealth is to be patient. We have all been patient. Most of us, we've been at this and fought through a lot of FUD, a lot of lies, a lot of price drops. Like those price drops were really hard to deal with, but you fought through them. Many of you watching and all of us here, all three of us here, we fought through all that stuff. That's very, very difficult to do, but it also takes patience to be able to fight through all of that I just mentioned and then get to the end goal. There's really no other way to do it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the way to do it. And if you hold strong, then you're going to be rewarded handsomely. That's what I talked about earlier when it comes to that whole nonsense of buying the rumor and selling the news. That's nonsense. That is just complete and utter nonsense. The reason why people lose out so much, the same way that people lost out so much when they bought the rumor and then sold the news for Binance, Ethereum, and all the other ones, your Cardanos and everything, all of those had people buying the rumors and then selling the news, and they lost out too. Guess what would have happened if they never did that and just simply held? They would be sitting on probably hundreds of millions of dollars, most of them, but most of them didn't do that, and that's why they're not. It's just the way it goes. You need to be patient.
So this is the first time I've seen this question answered, and it's a good one, just so people know. Do you have to pay tax to buy the nodes? Thanks, bros. My answer to this is basically you're going to be sending your Safuu to probably a wallet, and you're going to be credited with the node back to your wallet upon testnet launch, and they're going to walk you through how to set it up probably. So I don't think there's going to be any tax, as there is no transfer tax at the moment. So take advantage of that until mainnet's launched, and then it goes to 12%, just so you guys are aware.
Yeah, and so the reason why you can depend on Greek's answer being the correct answer is because the contract is for people buying Safuu that you pay 14% for, not for buying a node, right? You're sending what he just said. Everything that he said is 100% correct. We're not buying a whole new thing. We're literally using what we have already. So we're not buying the Safuu again. We have it already, and we're sending it over so that we can then own the node. But the 14% is for buying and selling of Safuu. This is not any of those two things. None of those two things are actually happening. We're buying a node with the Safuu that we already have. So no, there will not be a 14% tax on that.
And confirm it, I never asked you this today. Does this news change your mind on how many light nodes you would try to purchase?
I'm not sure. That's kind of something I didn't really think about much, but perhaps. Because I was maybe only thinking one. Perhaps since there are going to be more now, maybe two, just to be a little sneaky. But otherwise, it's kind of like it's whatever you feel comfortable buying, and I think that's probably like the safe amount for me to buy. It'd probably be two, and then still feel happy with the amount of Safuu that I have, because I could just buy more Safuu and then have more Safuu X, or it's just you just buy the light node and then reap the benefits, rewards every single day. It's just pros and cons of both of them. So I think the fair number is 2. So
yeah, I was.
So you're still going to go with 2, but that's fine, brother. Whatever you want to do is the right answer. It's fine. I mean, listen, the reason why Greek is asking the question is because with this news, the bigger news of the 2 things being that they've rebased. I want you to keep this in mind, Con, when you make this decision. You're basically going to get the same amount of Safuu back that you spent on it in Safuu X in a month. It's about 35 days, 34 to 35 days is what the new percentage is. You'll end up getting that back in Safuu X because of the rebase. So that's why it's something to consider. That's why he's asking you that question. You will get that money back pretty soon, actually, just in Safuu X. Forget about the rewards. Those types of rewards, the bigger ones, when you're getting your $40, $50, and $100 a day, will happen when we're full-fledged running. But right now, it is something to consider.
Most definitely.
For the smaller wallets, this should be even the most bullish news they've ever heard, because a lot of them were like, oh, if I have to give up half my bag, let's say it's half your bag for a light node. Now you're really not giving up your bag. You're just basically donating it for a node to then get it in return in a month. And it's
almost like giving it to Brian. Like, here, Brian, you can have it for a month. I just want it back in 30 days.
Yeah. And then he gives it back to you in 30 days. Exactly. That's exactly right.
And it's crazy. I just saw Ian Bednar's $5. Thank you so much. Small holders should focus on maxing on light nodes. Did the math on Discord. $50 a day per light node equals $90K a year on a $2,500 investment. Crazy. Much love.
$2,500 investment, meaning that you did buy 5 of them.
Yeah.
That's providing somebody can do that. But either way, it doesn't matter. Either just one node is going to be very good for many people.
What I'm wondering is, because if this goes fast, is it going to be like a drop down where it says how many nodes you want? You can just click 5 and then have your wallet ready to send it instantly, or do you have to buy one and then go in and buy another one and then go in and buy another one? Because if it's that way, then it might be the fairest way to do it, so everybody has a chance, because it'll be hard to get 5 if you're having to go separate transactions each node. But
yeah, I don't know. I heard you guys talking about that earlier, or somebody was mentioning that it's going to, maybe it was you, Confirmant, that said it's going to, somebody said that they might sell out in 10 seconds. And I'm like, well, how do we know that? Like, we don't even know. Does anybody know what the setup is going to be like? Has anybody ever gone through something like this? I've never gone through anything like this, so I don't know what it's going to be like when he puts those up.
Well, do you know who gave that info? I don't know if you saw it, but Brian gave that info. So that's where they got.
Yeah, no, I heard that. That's what I'm saying. What happened?
When I saw that, I'm like, okay, if this is 5 nodes a person, yeah, there's 1,500 of them. But if you can go and drop down 5, that would be great for me, because I'm planning on buying 5 now because of this new news. I'm not giving up anything, and I'm seeing a ton of.
Of course, me too.
It's crazy. And here's another question: can you run a full node and light node on the same computer? The answer is yes. Just make sure you have it on and running all the time, or you can get a remote desktop like Crypto Lead pointed out. It's the easiest way to go. $80 a month and peace of mind. It's always running.
I got to give that Crypto Lead a bunch of credit here. The Crypto Lead, everybody, if you have not gone to his channel to check him out and the videos that he is doing, he's a very talented individual in what he has done. In the way that he has done it, it is very easy to watch and very informative. I think you guys should check it out. It's all about Safuu so far, which I'm enjoying, but he is very talented at what he does. He does everything in an animated way, so you can actually see what he's talking about, instead of just looking at me all the time, or any one of us, where we just talk about stuff. He's pretty talented. I think you guys should all check him out.
I know. Who wants to watch me rip a shirt, shave my head, get crazy?
That was such a great video, though, bro. It's a different way that we do it. I'm just giving him his props for the way he does it. He does a great job.
I love his stuff. I watch as much Safuu topics as I can, because I want to learn too. I'm constantly researching. I'm constantly on the Discord, constantly looking at what the community is questioning. And then I try and get ideas. How can I bring this up in my video to answer those questions? Because that will benefit the community the most. And thank you, Wayne Gaspar, for becoming the second YouTube member. I appreciate it. Much love to you.
That's awesome.
I just got membership.
That's fantastic.
2 weeks ago. Today I got my merch line now. It's going to be on the bottom of my video. So YouTube allowed me to add the shop to my video. So if you want to check it out.
I was actually trying to do that yesterday. I was trying to figure that out and just couldn't. I don't know. I'm doing something wrong. Maybe you could help me with that. But I don't know how to get my shop on there. I know that there's a way to.
So here's a question. I'm not so familiar with crypto, but once June 2023 comes, how will everyone take their money out? As of now, liquidity is 17 million only. Now, this is assuming that no new money comes in and that every single person is going to sell upon June 2023 coming. This isn't, when you see the rebases you're earning every day, by the time June 2023 comes, you're not going to want, and with the fixed flex, people think it just dips to nothing. And a lot of people need to understand that by the time June comes, we might have some serious volume on this blockchain. What's your thoughts on that, Confirm?
Well, I think the biggest stipulation I have with the comment is the fact that everyone always thinks that just everyone's going to conspire at the same exact time and just sell all in the same day with the same, just drain the price. And as Daniel was alluding to earlier, it's just some people will, just kind of like immediately just sell out and then they're done. And they're like, okay, I'm going to take my initial profit, or I'm going to take all of it. I'm done. 100,000 is cool, or 50,000 is cool. But then you realize if you held it, say, another 6 months, you're looking at, $250,000, $500,000, something like that. Something crazy, but then everyone's like, yeah, I know that'll never happen. And then it winds up doing it. And then they're like, I should have never sold out. And that's kind of like how like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, and AVAX, and Binance have all been. And it's kind of funny. So then like when people say stuff like that, it's just like, it's intriguing to say. You're kind of insinuating that the price is just going to pretty much stay the same. The volume's going to stay the same. The amount of money in our ecosystem is going to stay the same. And then everyone's just going to sell out one day.
I love it because like there was a ton of people that probably sold out of Bitcoin at 5,000. And then when it ran up to 69, they were kicking themselves. There's always going to be those people who are short-sighted, short-minded. As this blockchain gets moving and gets revving up and more projects come on it, just like Binance, this is going to be a machine. Remember, Binance went up to $600 without a fire pit. And if Brian,
$700.
it was almost with a fire pit. And if Brian does what he says he's going to do, which he did mention between 35 and 50% starting that, and when he says something, he usually does better. Just his track record. Just saying, that's just me witnessing everything I've witnessed in this project. Brian under-promises, over-delivers, and it's not just me saying that. Just look at his track record with this project.
I was just going to allude to, so you're in something that isn't a traditional crypto. So it makes sense saying having Bitcoin and it having a run up to a full extension of $5,000, and then that correction is going to come and that's going to happen. You take the profits, use the profits, you rebase more Bitcoin, and in quotations, you just buy more, you just get more Bitcoin because the price went lower, and then you continue the process. But the cool thing about Safuu is that it's always rebasing the whole entire time you have it. You don't need to do that. And plus you have the buying and selling tax. So it doesn't make much logical sense to do that sort of thing. I mean, sure, people can, but if you want to buy and sell like that, then just do a traditional crypto, because it's so fruitful, as you guys have both said, just buying and holding, and then just waiting that certain amount of time, and then taking out little profits as you go. That's like the smartest thing to do with Safuu. That's why Brian made it. It's passive income people can take as they need and continue to further their bag over time. So it's not just I buy all of it, I sell all of it. And I don't really get into my opinions very much about it, but I'm really happy to actually like talk about how I feel about Safuu.
Bro, we're loving it. I love listening to it. Keep on going. Just don't stop. I love to hear what you have to say about it. It's fantastic. And you're absolutely right too. By the way, people who buy into this, for some reason, it's only what they see that goes into their wallet that they believe that they spend. You're spending 30% off the bat for the Safuu protocol, 24% off the bat when you buy the Safuu X coin later on next year. I mean, the reality is that this is not a day trading project and now blockchain. It's better for you to buy into it for what it is, which is a passive income.
And 5150, thank you so much again. 9.99. Love you guys in the Safuu community. What about the Beard Greek? The beard has a week left of its life, and then I'm going to regrow it again. I just want everybody to know
Awesome.
I'm going to Florida next Saturday. I will continue to do videos from the beach, so you will see me living the Safuu life. I'm going to call it that in my videos.
Yes.
And Daniel, why wait for $50? I agree. Shave the head, bro. Guitar Hero Confirmant.
Bro.
Oh, were you guys?
I'm still thinking about it. I know I teased it in the comment section of your video. I said, wait till tonight to see. I'm thinking about it, about just going ahead with it. But the thing is I'm not going just Clippers. When I said that I was going to go bald, it's going Clippers and then Razor, straight Bruce Willis. You know what I mean? So
shiny.
that's the difference. And if it hits 50, I'm going straight Bruce Willis on it. You know what I mean? So
I respect that then. I respect it. And looking forward to technical analysis later. We all are. It's what I need before I go to bed. I cannot go to sleep without that sultry voice of Confirmant RM giving me my TA.
There's a little background to that Guitar Hero thing. I got bored. You were there. Daniel doesn't know. I don't know if you know the game Guitar Hero, but I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna live stream me playing a video game because I don't get to play many very often anymore. And I was like, just come into the chat, just talk. I don't mind. I'll talk to you guys while I play games. And it was cool. I had probably like 10 or 15 people in it.
There goes my wife. That's that's my wife. Yeah. How you doing, baby girl?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Can you tell Daniel he forgot to send me the link to this live, please? Well, she's welcome anytime she wants.
Let me do that right now. Hold on.
And while you do that, we've got a special guest.
Yeah, I was about to tell you.
G'day.
Sean?
There
How are you, gentlemen?
Oh wait, see, I don't need to do it now. If she knows already, like she just sent you the what's it called? So that means that she's seeing it.
Yeah, she knows.
Thank you so much, Leona. What's up, Sean?
Oh, it's raining. It's pissing down here today, and sunny old Queensland. It's not so
That's
sunny.
a normal day in Chicago.
Yeah. Very unusual for this time of year. Like our weather patterns are all whack, but it's all good. Mixes it up. It's nice.
And you were on top of your game yesterday. The first one to do a video. I was like, he stole my thunder. I had to wake up at 5 a.m. and get going.
I was in bed. Like I saw the news before I went to bed, and I was like laying in bed like wired as. I was like, holy moly, this is a game changer. Absolute game changer. I was so excited. There's no way I was going to sleep until I made that video, and just like, we still need to wait for what the fees are, but regardless, like how much we're going to earn, those numbers, but regardless, it's the most bullish news, I think,
it's amazing.
out of the Safuu X blockchain. It is phenomenal. It's going to open it up to so many more people, and to have 500 nodes as well. It's, I don't know. I think a lot of people should be very happy, very excited with it. I think it's absolutely amazing. It's incredible that Brian's done this for the community.
And do you know what I like the most about it? Is it doesn't matter what it gives you per day. Because after a month, you're basically free rolling on the node. So
that's exactly right.
It's great for sentiment too, to know, hey, we might not be earning like, oh, everybody's gonna be, of course, everybody likes to throw out the big numbers. We're gonna earn 10,000 a day. We're gonna earn $50 a day on a light node. If it's $5 a day to start on a light node, or even $2 to $3, it's okay. You're not going to be angry now because you're like, oh man, I rebased way more than that on that. So it's great. And this is hugely bullish, and that's what got me super excited. I'm like, oh, I'm aping in for 5. But then I thought, how are you going to buy it? 5, is it going to be single transactions or one transaction? And then I let my Greek brain go crazy, and then I'm like, just do the video and stop.
Yeah, I can't wait. I cannot
Sean,
wait.
do you know how this could possibly happen? Like when he does this sale, like Greek was talking about it earlier, are we going to be able to select, buy one, then purchase, then buy another, then purchase? Can we buy all 5? I literally have no idea how these things can work. Never been through anything like this before, but certainly excited. I just don't know how it's going to happen. You have any idea?
Obviously, it's all speculation. It depends how much time and resources they want to put into the website or where we're buying it from. But there may just be like a drop down where you can buy, 1 of 5 or 5 of 5 or 3 of 5 or whatever would be the easiest way. And then you just connect your wallet. All you're doing is like a sell for basically an NFT, that's going to sit in your wallet, because that's all it'll be, roughly. It's a smart contract that you're buying.
Okay.
I dare say, though, in my thoughts, you'll just buy one at a time. I think that's what I'd be putting money on if I was to place a bet. Not that I'm a betting man, but
If it's the NFT thing, I've been to one that had drop-down menu, but you're minting them at the time, so it's different.
it is different. It's not an NFT. Go ahead.
I've actually been on 3 different dexes where they've done that for their protocol, where they can buy the nodes, and all you do is you just connect your wallet to it, and then you know how it shows the number in the center, and then there's a minus and then a plus sign. You just add how many you want, and then you purchase. So I'm assuming that you're probably going to do it like that, because that would make the most sense.
There you go.
Because it's simple. I don't see many where you have to use a drop-down menu anymore like that. I think that's kind of like a year or 2 old. Like the newest ones are kind of just adding like the add a plus or minus. And that was crazy, because with them, you could purchase like 500 if you wanted to, which we only have to worry about just a couple. So I think it'll be a fairly simple interface, I think, because as you see, even with the Safuu swap and stuff like that, it's very simple, very easy and straightforward. So I can imagine Brian accommodating that.
That's crazy. I'm first, second. And Crypto Lead, thanks for the shout outs. Anytime, Crypto Lead. We love your work. We're always watching. Keep up the great work. And if you ever want to come on, you're more than welcome to.
Absolutely.
Breeze. Ian Bednar, thank you so much. You are number 3. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Everything from my channel, all the proceeds I make from my channel go into buying Safuu. So my bag's growing with you guys helping me. I appreciate it. Daniel Prado, what's up? Thank you so much.
Is that?
What's up, bro?
Let's go. That's awesome.
If you shave, if you go bald, you're gonna have to change that photo. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. I'll be the new Professor X.
Yeah, so you'd be Professor X. That works.
That's
that works.
Great. I don't want to sound sappy or anything, but Daniel's been great for growing my channel. Like, I didn't come. Yeah, I have a lot of subscribers, and I want everybody to know that they're not all Safuu subscribers. I was doing another crypto. We'll just leave it at that. So more than 50% of my subscribers are from that crypto, and Daniel's taken me in and really helped me grow, pushed my content. I appreciate everything he's done for me.
Well, you're welcome. Guy. All 3 of you guys do an amazing job, and I love watching you guys. You entertain me and inform me. So I figure if you're doing that for me, I think you guys should be doing it for everybody else. Why not? Let's get the word out.
Absolutely.
Now that you got the Greek, you're stuck with the Greek. I'm not going anywhere. I love this.
I don't think I have a problem with that, brother. I love you. I think you're fantastic.
A lot of love going on here.
That's hot.
All right, we have another $5 super chat from Johnson Matthew. Will the Safuu used to buy a node get converted to Safuu X in the same way as it would with the sacrifice tokens? Thanks for the second live stream, guys.
I would imagine.
So we had an earlier super chat on this, and I know if maybe you weren't tuned in, but according to Daniel, he's saying yes. I'm thinking yes, which would make this hugely bullish, which would make it no reason why you shouldn't even try to get a node. But let's see if Sean has any ideas on this.
Can you just read the question out again?
So basically, they're asking, you're going to put in for a node in August, and so when that somehow has to get converted to Safuux, are they going to convert it just like we're normal through the sacrifices? It going to get 65% bonus the same way as your coins would, your tokens will, or is it going to be just starting on mainnet? You're going to have $490 worth for a light node and $50,000 worth for a regular node worth of Safuux, and then you'll just rebase off of that. Either way, it's bullish, but the first way is crazy.
Brian's full of surprises, and honestly, none of us know. What I read in the very short announcements is I would assume, and I'm only guessing, that it'll be once Safuux goes live, because he does specifically mention Safuux. And there's, with no reference to Safuu, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I literally don't know, but I think it'll be once Safuu X goes live, and I'm not sure about that 65%, but we should know within the next week or two, definitely before the 1st of August.
And remember, Brian is live Friday morning. I think he loves going live Friday mornings. It gets me pumped up on a Friday.
Well, there was a time that he was going live every single day, which was absolutely fantastic, and we all loved that. But now, whenever he goes live, it's a big day. You know what I mean? But yeah, there was a time that he was going live every single day, pre-Greek, of course. But it was a good time. Now we have to wait because he's so busy with everything else, right, Sean?
Yeah, that's right. And people, whenever anything happens, they're like, Brian needs to come on live and stuff.
Yeah.
We see him every single day, whether it's in the Discord or on Twitter or
That's
on
right.
live. And I think what he does, he goes above and beyond. Maybe we were a little bit spoilt at the start, like you're saying, he was on every single day. But put that aside, we still see him more than we see any other CEO at all, even in regular business. I think he's probably one of the most prolific content creators out of most people. Maybe the only person above him would be Elon Musk, and that's just Twitter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna joke. He is. In other crypto, it doesn't even compare. It doesn't even compare, and he doesn't have to go live as much. I mean, we are doing his work for him every single day.
Yeah.
I don't want to take credit here. I don't want to sound. I'm humble. I'm a humble man. Humble man. I'm happy to do this, but for real, he just has to go in the Discord, and then we do the job of spreading the news to everybody, and that I love doing that. And thanks, Zeno, for 279. Great job. Fan of you three since day one. Go Safuux. We all love all our supporters.
Oh, he left out Sean, I guess.
Wait, come on.
To be fair, I am so...
Zeno, I know you're a subscriber, brother. If not, hit the subscribe link.
To be fair, I am so behind on these. He probably left this. Sean wasn't even in existence.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just... I had to say somebody's name, but it was,
We'll do another
because he
Zeno,
said I'm
Sean
afraid of
likes
three
it so
of you.
much. Spreading the good news. Thanks for your great work. This is meant for Sean only.
Do you know that saying, throwing somebody under the bus?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's just what happens. I feel hurt.
Yeah.
Oh.
Poor guy.
Oh, man.
He said, hey, come on. Sean, but there was also the question about the what was it, Greek? The not only that what you were just going over, whether or not we were going to get the 65% multiplier, but also whether or not we start to rebase right away November. When we all November start to 20th. Rebase on November 20th. And I wanted to hear Sean's take on that. Sean, you had a lot about this and how things are working. So, I mean, what I said to them was, well, yes, of course, if we're getting rebases from the nodes, whether they be light or full, if we start rebasing on November 20th, they start rebasing on November 20th as well.
that would make the most sense. But again, like if Brian's going live on Friday, we're going to find out Friday, you know, but definitely assume so. So like when you're buying it in August, you've got from whenever it is in August, and I know it won't be the 1st, but just say that, for example, we'll say the 20th of August for easy numbers. Then you've got till the 20th of September, which is 1 month. And then you've got till the 20th of October when that lockup period is. I don't know if you'll rebase it all over that time while you're still on the same.
No, I don't think we're going to. No, not during that time. I'm not saying during that time. I'm talking about on November 20th when we go into testnet and everybody starts rebasing. So do those nodes because they will be in place.
Well,
That's what I was saying.
Because that,
yeah,
like that's the way it reads, because he's saying that you'll be able to get the rebases from the Safuu X. The Safuu X starts rebasing at that time. And unless another smart contract was made on top of it again to prevent you from getting that rebase, it seems to make the most amount of sense for sure.
Mm-hmm. But I think that what the period that you were just talking about, though, when we buy them all the way up until October 20th, I don't think we're going to get rebases during the time. No.
Yeah, that's my belief as well, for sure.
Makes sense.
Adil Serbuti says, hello. If after the sacrifice period in testnet there's a technical issue with mainnet, what will happen to our tokens? The one thing I will say about this is the point of testnet. We are going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at it. We are going to have hackers try to hack this thing. That is the point of testnet. And normally with this kind of stuff, they are not going to go to mainnet if there's any threat or any outside threat or any issues that they can find. So it's going to be perfected upon going to mainnet, hopefully. But as for what will happen to your tokens, do you guys have a thought on that?
Yeah, I do. This is DeFi. You know, that's the space that we've chosen to invest in. So without, you know, if you want high reward, there will come risk. And maybe at the start, it would be possible to go into a hard or soft fork or reverse those transactions. But as we get more and more blocks and stuff, but if that happens and they were to rewind, well, straight away it's lost authenticity because the blockchain never lies. It doesn't mean they won't put other things in place to prevent it from happening in the future. But like even Ethereum and stuff, when they split off with Ethereum Classic, like it has happened with other blockchains before. But like the Greek was saying, that's the point of the testnet. And, you know, there is an amazing team behind Brian Legend that's creating this. So it's not really, it's definitely something you need to think about. You need to weigh up every single potential risk or whatever. And if you're happy to take those risks for the potential reward, it's a smart thing to think about. If I was to give it a percentage wise, it would be like 1%. You know, like it wouldn't even, that's not something that I would worry about personally, but I think it's very smart to think about these things and write them all down and put them on a scale. And if you're still happy to take all those risks for what could potentially happen, what we think. So like, I know what I think will happen, and that's my opinion, but I also believe it's going to far exceed that. But even in my own mind, I just sort of go for the lower numbers so that I'm not disappointed within myself as well.
I have something good to add to that. So even if, okay, move this a little closer. Even if there happens to be technical issues during testnet, you want it to be during testnet. That is okay. I would rather there be issues during a testnet and people breaking it and such, because then they know how to reverse it, know how to fix it, know how to edit the code in order for the smart contract to work right. It's kind of a thing across most blockchains. I even seen like a lot of other people, you know, making their own thing, but you kind of only have one shot to make it perfect on launch. And a blockchain is kind of hard to go back in and edit and then just do all this stuff to make it work properly afterwards. It's kind of like a one and done thing. So you kind of want all these technical issues that could possibly happen to happen. You should be anticipating some things to break, because if nothing breaks, in my opinion, like with music, if something doesn't sound right at one point in the song, I don't think you wrote it right. So at one point there should be something. There should be something. I'm sure that will be wrong, and then it'll be fixed. But with perfection comes imperfections along the way.
And one thing I want people to understand, and this is what's different with this project versus any other project that may be going to a blockchain. On every other project, when you go to something and they're in testnet or whatever, your coins are locked up. You're earning nothing on those coins. Here, if testnet needs to get extended out another month, guess what? We just had another month of rebasing at 2.09% a day. And then when testnet is over with and mainnet's launched, now we're all reaping more rewards on this. So this is one of the crazy things about this protocol, where we're all going to be excited. Like, you're earning passive income at a steady $6 price until mainnet launches. So if there is a delay, I am okay with that, because I want them to get it 100% right. And I think most sentiment should be around that.
Well, I want to correct that a little bit, Greek. I don't think that we would go out one more month. They wouldn't extend the promotion for another month. But what you're saying is also true still, in that anybody else that has done this, when you've had to sacrifice, you're literally getting nothing. We are the first protocol and now blockchain that's going to be given rewards in the form of rebases. These coins that we're going to be holding without doing anything, and without even the blockchain being born yet, we're going to be making all of this money just by sitting there and looking at them through a nursery. It's going to be revolutionary. This has never been done. Even if they do extend it out one more month, Brian comes out and says, you know what, we had to push it back. We're gonna add that 9th month on there again, and we go back to 9 months instead of only 8 months. Well, guess what? That's absolutely fantastic. But I don't necessarily think that that's exactly what's going to happen. They'll just push it out, because at the same time, we are still, without doing anything, and with them still being in testnet, we're still making all of this money because of the rebase, which is what this is all about.
I meant them pushing mainnet 1 month back. So it would still be 8 months of the rebasing period, the introductory rate.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the promotional period.
Yeah. Mainnet would be pushed back, so you get an extra month of rebasing prior to mainnet going live.
We'll have a stable coin for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, you're both saying exactly the same thing.
Ian Bednar, I keep hearing Greek singing in my head, "We're all gonna make it." Well, I sing that song all day. I've been singing that song. Oh, it's gonna be
the one that you sang in your video. Yeah.
You have to do like a compilation of you saying it like once a day, and then just at the mainnet launch, just a video plus probably like a minute and a half, 2 minutes long, just you saying it over and over again, different locations and stuff. That'd be pretty funny.
If I had those skills, maybe you could put it together for me. Mozart 833. My brother and I are investing in Safuu and Safuu X together. We are watching you live and want to thank you all for your support. And Joe is my crazy bro, and I love him.
What's up, Joe? Thanks for watching, brother.
You guys are making a wise decision. I never said this, not financial advice for everything in this whole video, but we all know this. We all know that it's just got to be so.
Did you see yesterday? I'll let you read that super chat in 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Crazy. But did you see yesterday when I filmed this video? I'm like, this is not financial advice, but as like,
yes,
we're not giving financial advice, but you can see what we're doing and do your own thing, and in Brian's live streams and stuff, he's like, I'm not telling you to do this, but maybe, it's so it's not financial advice, but
I had a fudder in my comments go, you answered this guy's question and you didn't say not financial advice. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Get out.
He's already an investor. He's asking me a question
money, bud.
G'day, Greeks haters.
So John Carter, thank you so much. $20 super chat. The passive income with Safuu, the future of Safuu X is going to be marvelous. Bullish is not a strong enough word. I 100% agree. It's not a strong enough word. I mean, I shaved my head today. I've been singing all day. The Dancing Greek's going to be back. I don't know what more I can do to show my passion. But
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Did you just say you shaved your head today?
did you not watch my video?
He's
No, bro.
sleeping, bud.
I've been busy. Oh yeah.
It is.
Oh. Awesome. Awesome.
It's
I'll be
shocking.
watching that after this.
So, oh yeah, make sure you do because it's currently #1 on Brian's new YouTube contest.
Awesome.
I also rip a shirt. Yeah, I got crazy.
Well, that's cool.
Once again,
And then he also challenges me to do the same thing. He's absolutely out of his mind. I'm telling you, Sean.
I think you'd look really good bald though, Daniel.
oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Well, what I did was I told him that, yeah, I'm going to do it. It's just that my
You do
challenge
look good.
was for $50, and I'm not going to do
That's
just
right.
flippers, which is what Greek did. I'm going to go full Bruce Willis with it if we hit 50 before July is done, which we still have plenty of time. So people watch out. That might be happening.
Hey, Sean, it's time to back up
Yes.
the bus. Are you ready to back up the bus?
Am I ready to back up the bus?
Sorry, Sean. I love you very much. You joined after my posting. Good job. Great community.
Wow.
Oh,
Zeno,
you're a legend.
Thank you so much. He tried to run you over with the bus, but you backed it up.
Move that.
Nice.
Bus.
Beat,
Thanks,
beat.
Zeno.
And Zeno, thank you again. Safuu X
Hey,
to the moon.
off
We
his
all
head.
know this. We all know this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Man, you guys are just
Thanks, Zeno. Gentlemen, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. I need to do a couple of things. I was
Wow.
on
Not
break
allowed,
just
man.
before.
not allowed.
You can't do it.
Well, it's been wonderful, man.
Yeah.
Take care. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Real pleasure. I'll be watching that video. Yeah, I'll see us tomorrow. I'll be able to stand for a little bit longer, I'm sure. Can't wait.
Yeah. Appreciate
Absolutely,
you, buddy.
brother. Peace out,
Cheers.
bro.
Bye.
Got another question here from Rocket Rob. Hey guys, greetings from Australia. Does anybody happen to know what time zone Sacrifice Day will be in? Would it be UTC time? I believe it is UTC. I don't know what the hell time that is compared to now. I'm bad with time zones. If you haven't noticed, I always say everything in my time, and then people go, "When's your video? What time zone is it?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I
You just
forgot."
say
This-
your time, and then
this
you're like, "Oh,
community is so spread out throughout the world. It's like just awesome,
crazy.
and I
Yeah.
love it. So
Crazy.
make sure this is an important thing too because time zones do matter. So like, I'm hoping it's later in the day on the 20th, so I get to rebase the most up until.
I mean, that would make sense though, because for him, like right now in Australia, it's like almost 10 a.m. So, and for us, it's 8 p.m. at night, and for you, it's probably I think almost 7. So that would be cool for us later at night, like me, Daniel, and yourself having it later in the day. Would be kind of like midday for them. So it would kind of work
But if
out in
it's
that
also
sense.
It's also if it's 12 midnight though, Australian time, that's the middle of the day for us.
Yep.
So it might be
That'd
like, what time is it?
2
Like
p.m.
at midnight, what time is it here when it's midnight there?
It's
Isn't it
2
like
p.m.
11 in the morning? 2 p.m. Okay, yeah. So Greek, it might be 2 p.m. that we get to do this because I think my gut feeling is that it's going to be that. It's going to be 12 midnight Australian time. The very first hour of the 20th is when this is going to go down.
I would imagine so. Brian's going to do it on his time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is perfectly fine by me. 2 p.m. is my hour. It's when the Greek shines. It's when I'm the most alive.
Sounds like an early work day for me.
That's when the Greek shines. I love it.
So
Oh,
good.
1 p.m.
I don't care what time it is, fellas. Whatever
We'll
time
be
it
here.
is, I'm going to be ready.
Exactly. We'll be here. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. Even if it's 3 a.m. in the morning, we'll be here.
And Crypto Chris said it will be on a stable $6 Safuu X for all that time! Exclamation point. And when people realize
the
that,
entire time.
so you are essentially rebasing from November 20th to January 20th, and you are earning money at a stable $6 price. And when that opens up, it's not going to be $6 for long.
No. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is not going to be opening up, and it's just brand new. There's nothing to it. We're going to have a massive amount of liquidity that is going to be injected. That is going to start with. There's also going to be the other side, which is all of the liquidity coming in because of the massive amounts of projects that is going to require people to be buying the Safuu X coin so that people can participate in those projects that those people are going to be promoting. So there's going to be a lot to it. And all of that money that comes in the form of other cryptocurrencies, your Ethereums, your Binance, everything else, those are going to be added to liquidity as well. All these weeks that we have leading up to October 20th, too, by the way, when we all do this sacrifice, is a lot of days for the market cap and liquidity to continue to build. I mean, if we get to October 20th and we are sitting at $25, we went over this a couple of days ago, Greek. It's like $1.3 billion that we would be at a market cap. And we've been consistently at a 30 or 40% split when it comes to the amount of money that we have in liquidity as opposed to what we have in market cap. So if we are at a $1.3 billion market cap, I would expect that we would have somewhere around $300 million in liquidity, and that's going to also transfer over, not counting everything else that I just spoke about. So I expect for this to be huge on January 20th, and we're going to be far more than $6 once it launches. You know what I mean?
It's going to be epic. I cannot wait for that launch day. I'm going to take off of work. I'm going to just lay out.
Buddy. Oh, man. We're all going to be there the same day all together. We're just going to be sitting there like.
I want to go out there to Chicago and be with Greek. I'll take the wife and kid out there so we can be. And compliment, you got to come out there, bro. We'll do the live broadcast.
That's easier for me. That's not bad. That'll be a nice day for TA because I'll be able to have the chart up and I'll be sitting there just like playing the pump it music.
It's very easy to TA green candles.
Yeah.
This gotta like what do you call it? Just have a rocket like stickered onto the candle, so as it moves, it just moves the rocket with it.
That's awesome. You could do that on your videos, you know.
Yeah, no, I could. Oh, I could start a video like that, you know, just Safuu X and
Speaking of parabolic. TA, what's your thoughts? I know a lot of people looking at the price today and they see the bullish news and they're like, what's going on? For me, I see a healthy chart. I just want to know if you agree.
Yeah, actually my Safuu blog, let's see, Safuu blog. I'm going to read you what the title of it is because it was definitely a good thing. I don't know if anyone else, it might be good to push now to let people know that there is a blog with everyone else's stuff on there. Just everyone in the community, Safuu.blog. And I do have my own section I was catered to. So now if you don't feel like watching a 15 or 20-minute video, or if you only have like 5 minutes, you can just kind of read through a brief analysis that I have. And I try to be professional about it. But the title of it being Retracements, Resistances, and Supports, Why a Huge Whale Sell is Not a Bad Thing. And then I go and allude to that people may view this as tragic. I see it as healthy. That was the title of one of the paragraphs. And I kind of go through everything. And even right now, 2022, 28, I think it is right now, it's still above the support that I have. And it's following a stair-step pattern, and I'm totally okay with that. It's still adhering by trend lines and everything going upwards, so it's not concerning. So people sitting out there that are freaking out that, oh boy, we were just at $26, now we're at 22. I'm gonna pout and I'm sad. You're like, well, you can't. It just did like a 20% in one day after being flatlined for 2. So it's kind of something that happens. What I want.
Just like the charts stair step, so does your wallet balance. So I showed my dad my wallet balance, and it was at one point when we hit 27, and he's like, "Oh, that's good, that's good." And then now it's dipped, and so he was asking me because he saw it was he's tracking it now. He's tracking Safuu, so I got him on that. He's like, it's down $4. What's your wallet balance at now? And I show him, and he goes, wait, that doesn't equate. And I'm like, yeah, that's what rebases do. So now when we do climb to 27 again, it's gonna be like, whoa. And that's what keeps happening. And it's just awesome as you create lower floors on your wallet balance as you keep stepping along and rebasing. So it's really cool.
Exactly, man. Like that's the crazy part. Like if you look at the chart, and technically we've retraced 12% almost right now. And I know, looking at my own wallet, I looked at it, I was like, dang, this is a nice number. And I looked at it this morning, I'm like, it's only down like 3% or 4%. I'm like, compared to the 12 it's down right now. I'm like, that's the power of the rebases. It negates it.
But also, everybody remember, an uptrend, the reason why it's called an uptrend is because we have higher highs and also higher lows, which means that it will go high and then come down low, but that low is higher, and that means that we're in an uptrend, which we are, right, Confirmant?
Yeah, I like to say it's ping-pongy between two lines. It goes bing bong, bing bong, bing bong upwards. It's kind of like you're playing what literally was Pong, what in the 70s or 80s when it came out. You know, it's bouncing between the two, eventually to a point where it's just literally just going to launch. And I don't know where that's going to be. And I'm sure if it's that $50 target, I feel like if it gets through the 30 or the $32 mark, I think it's going to pretty much reclaim like $10 or $15 pretty much in like one candle. It's kind of crazy to think, but that's like when you reach full extensions like that, they move. It's parabolic because you just fought through everything for so long. Like that, it's gonna make that 20% candle the other day like nothing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have no more hair left to shave.
Ooh, you're gonna be a model then.
All right, I gotta with the help of Ian, I'm gonna throw in a plug here. Let's get CRM monetized. Let's go Safuu X Army. He only needs a few more watch hours. Let's go out there, watch his videos, let's everybody in this live stream watch his video for the whole time tonight. His voice will put some calm and ease for you. Let's get him monetized. He is almost there. We want to help everyone out. I've been on a mission since I heard about this.
This is hot. No, I was just about to tell you. It's 228 hours. I've already somehow done 60 hours today. So
what I did, and then what everybody else could do, is you just take your phone. What I did it on my computer. I went to Khan's page. I clicked play all, and then I just let them play. It was in another room, and because I've seen all of his videos, I didn't need to watch them again. But I just watched every single one of them, and not sat there. But it took like all night, and then the next day I closed my computer and turned it off. But that's what you could do even with your phone. Just press play. Let them play and put your phone down and go to sleep. And then this way Confirmant can get his hours up. And then when he does all those great live shots, when he's doing that, people can be able to offer up some super chats for him as well. And then also the ad revenue that he can make. So that would be great if people could do that.
It'll be awesome. It's like it's such a journey now that I'm only that 228 away. It felt like it was taking forever, but it seems like the past week and a half, it basically went from 3,000 almost to 4,000 now. Yeah.
And then
you guys are awesome. You two, especially pushing it.
Once you get to 4,000, it really starts going fast because then you stop looking at it. It doesn't matter anymore. And you're like, whoa, I'm at 8,000.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it in a while.
Like YouTube just showed me something like you're 10,000 watch hours. I'm like, people watch me for 10,000 hours? What's wrong with these people? It's crazy.
Yeah, put that in perspective of minutes. It's even more insane to think about.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Chris says the race for a light node will be crazy. I really hope I can get one. My only advice is whatever time you will know, you put an alarm 20 minutes prior, you get ready, you're there. It's always better to be first in the game than last. I tell my friends this when it's time to go. The Greek is never on Greek time, okay? I'm always on my time, which is 20 minutes early, or you're late. That's how I deal with everything in life. You're never risking anything. So it's your investment. That's what I advise everybody to do is be early, or you could miss out. And I don't want anybody to miss out. I'm just saying be early.
That's good advice.
MG, when's the UK advertising? The last announcement was it was pushed back a month due to the laws on crypto advertising in the UK. It actually the push out actually doesn't bother me because if it's the beginning of August, like currently said, I hope we get more information soon because we're approaching that. If it's like perfect timing. Everything is a perfect storm leading into this blockchain and sacrifice period. So I'm great with that. Last I heard it was August 1st, but I hope we hear more information on this shortly. I don't know if you guys have heard anything else.
Not me myself.
That's the last
no.
I heard was actually August 1st is the day that it's supposed to start. That's the last I heard, and we have not heard anything else. Nothing that I know of.
And Sunts, so glad I'm not the only one trying to pump up CRM's channel. You are not. We are all here together. Any one of the YouTubers who need support, we are here for you. If you're spreading the good word, we are here for you. And don't think it doesn't go unnoticed by all of us. We watch every video, and we're out there in Discord answering all the questions. So we want to support anybody who supports this project because we all know where we're going. And thank you so much.
So, Con, my wife is going to play your videos all night on the other computer. She just said, if you send me the link, I'll play it on the other computer. You know, just turn it down. We have already seen all that stuff, but I'm going to send her the link to your page. So that'd be another computer playing all of your videos. That's going to give you the hours you need.
Wow. Like I said, that's too kind of you guys. Whenever people tell me that, like I had some people DM me in Discord saying they've been doing that for me the past couple days. I'm like, you guys are crazy, using all your energy to run my videos, especially my earlier ones where I was very quiet and I was talking like this. Like, look at the resistances right here.
Yeah, I remember when you started, and then that's the way you sounded. I was just like, who's this guy, man? He keeps on doing these Safuu videos every day, but I love it. You know what I mean? And now you've grown into this. It's great.
Yeah, I love it. It's amazing.
And Dr. Rao, Greek, did Chalk Talk really go bald following your challenge? I saw the video. And she did a short saying, not only the guys can do the Safuu challenge, I can do it too. And she pulls off her hat and she's got the bald filter. It was awesome. So it was good to see Chalk Talk join in on that. I'm just enjoying that everybody got a hit out of the video. That's all I wanted to do is spread love. Daniel's in the blockchain right now.
I'm just sending this link to my wife.
Oh,
so
perfect.
They can send that out.
How dedicated that man is. Start crying this on live stream.
So Safuu X Dallas, Daniel's favorite Cowboys fan. What's up, fellas? After losing out and getting rugged on other projects, I never gave up. It only takes just one successful project, and I'm glad I found Safuu on day one. Let's freaking go,
It only
baby.
takes one. That's right.
It only
usually
takes
that
one.
You said usually that one makes it back for you too. And
yeah,
that's right.
My experience is that I've been a part of so many. I don't want to say the S word, but they're terrible. And then Safuu came along, and it's just like, hello, sir. I will gain all your profits back that you lost to the other bad men. And it just kind of pats you on the back and says, just continue. It's holding. It's fine.
And Biz Entertainment, hey, gentlemen, another great live. Hashtag Safuu. Hashtag we know what you mean, Safuu X. Biz has been an amazing person for my videos. He's always shared them in the Discord. It's one thing I don't like doing is sharing my videos because I feel like I'm like putting myself out there and people are like, oh, you're just spamming. I don't like doing that. But thank you so much for spreading my videos. And I know you spread a lot of other creators' videos, and it means a lot to all of us.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's always in there, always sharing me, Daniel's, and your stuff. I know Sean's as well.
And Asshole Trading got to have staking or some sort of giveaway so that not everyone sells in January.
I don't think anyone's going to sell.
I know.
What's up, Asshole Trading? That's my man. He's always in my comments. Love that.
You just wanted to say his name, huh?
I did, but it's a funny name. I think it's hysterical. but he has been a fantastic subscriber of mine as well. Always down there in the comments participating and always trying to get in, at least always trying to be there for the live shots as well. So appreciate you, brother.
Yeah,
And I know a lot of people have this fear that everybody's just going to sell, and they don't realize that now when you're a token on your own blockchain, or coin on your own blockchain, sorry, everybody who's on your blockchain has to purchase your coin to be traded, and liquidity pools. A lot's going to be on those liquidity pools, liquidity pairs with other projects, and every new project, there's going to be a lot of volume and a lot of those transaction fees. The fire pit's going to be going like, you think now is crazy?
Nuts.
Just wait. 5% is going to be nuts on all these transaction fees, and they forget about that. Okay, yeah, one whale might sell, but there's going to be so much buy pressure. And if you look at the top wallets, and I did this yesterday, like I said, only 1,000 wallets hold 300 or more Safuu. So when you look at it like that, you're looking at 1,000 people possibly who are in on the ground floor of this skyscraper that's about to be built. And you're worried about these 1,000 people, but there's going to be so much other people coming into our blockchain that aren't going to be getting nearly the value we are because we are so early. And that's the power of being in early now. So we have a lot of power, and there's going to be a lot of people flooding in. It always happens. And I wouldn't worry about this sell-offs in January, because when you look at the promotional period, I don't think we need a promotional or a giveaway, because we already have that for another. It's going to be 6 months worth of rebasing at 2.09%, which is ridiculous when you think about it on a blockchain.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried about other people selling. If they do, they do. It's like Drago said,
Yeah, I can't control what other people do. I can control what I do, and I just know. And for those of you worried, if you're worried about people selling off and it tanking, nobody's going to stop you from saying, if you want to take some profits out and guarantee. That's what I would advise people to do on day one. Take an amount that you like, that you feel comfortable, where you already have made profit, and then it makes the longevity of this amazing. You'll be like, oh, I could stay in this forever, because you've already made profits. And so be passionate, because it's going to be amazing. That's all I have to say.
There's also going to be all the people that are buying like crazy because of the amount of that's going to be happening. There is going to be a counter to that, so I don't think people need to really worry. If people sell, they sell. Let them sell. It doesn't matter.
It just gives you room to pick up more.
And just think, the more people that sell and buy, and the more volume you have on this blockchain, and the more projects come in, then those of us who did hold are going to have huge bags going into the second year of the blockchain. And it's going to be just crazy when the fire pit starts to really pick up to a level that's nuts. So I get too excited when I talk about it. Sean Foley, so happy to have found this community in a world of too much hatred. It's refreshing to find something that is positive, creative, and supportive. I will say this. I've been part of other communities. This one is the best. Everybody is positive. Of course, it helps that we are releasing stuff at breakneck speed, and we all know where we're going. But it's amazing community nevertheless, and it's multicultural. We got people from Australia in here. We got people from England. It's just amazing to see the
Nigeria, South Africa, Brazil,
India,
Portugal, Italy, France, every place. I mean, Russia, the whole 9 yards. I actually had someone in my comments from the Ukraine actually post a comment from the Ukraine. I was very excited about that. But yeah, there's people from literally, I mean, it's probably from every country in the world that we're touching here.
And then we see Uganda the other day in one of our videos. That was pretty cool.
Uganda, that's right. A lot of African people getting in on it, and I love to see that.
And as you always say, not everybody knows the news. Absolutes. Okay. What's up, guys? Well, the light nodes rebase, not much info on light nodes. The news today is that you will pay $490 for a light node, and it will rebase just like every other coin in your wallet will. So that is the bullish news today. And there will also be 1,500 light nodes, and it's 5 per person max, and it's first come, first serve. So make sure you get in on day one if you want one. Maybe the first few seconds. We don't know how it's going to go. So that's just speculation. But Brian said 10 seconds. So we're just saying what Brian said. But that is the news today for anybody who might have missed us talking about it. And it is super bullish and super amazing for the project.
This is good to know. Think about this. The day that we had done the pink sale for Safuu, it was 8,000 BNB, and the price of BNB on the day I think was around 400. It was like 375, $400. I mean, it's pretty comparable to what it'll be like the second that the light nodes get listed. So I mean, if 8,000 went in under a minute, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro.
Asshole Trading, $20. Thank you so much. Never give up. We never give up. I never plan on giving up, and Brian Legend never gave up, and that's what makes him such an amazing leader, and he's giving us everything we could hope for. Ian Bednar, 375 billion coins is massive, but now that we know nodes will rebase, do you think Brian will up the max supply for Safuu X for maximum longevity since supply will be reached sooner than anticipated?
Repeat that question again, brother. I'm sorry.
So there's
It's a
370.
long one.
Yeah, the total max supply is 375 billion coins. It's massive. But now that we know nodes will rebase, do you think Brian will up the max supply for Safuu X for maximum longevity since supply will be reached sooner than anticipated?
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think he's going to do it, because what is going to give us the max supply and demand? You don't want to have too much supply right off the bat. And I know we might hit it sooner, but that will make the price go crazy because we will have less coins in circulation and more in people's wallets, and it should create a bigger demand for the coin. But it's certainly a good thought, and who knows? Brian could shock us. Who knows? He's talking Friday, so I can't say no. I can't say yes. But I would say probably not, because he did state none of that would be changing the last time.
Yeah. I agree with you. We have to wait for what he has to say, but the guy's nothing but full of surprises. You know what I mean? Just an incredible leader and CEO. And there's also things that he continues to talk about too that still hasn't even really dropped when it comes to news. And he keeps on talking about, he's twice posted in the Discord. For those of you that are not in the Discord that much, he keeps on dropping this hint about a group he's talking to, and this is just one, because there's going to be more, that is controlling $1.3 billion, and they're very excited about the Safuu X blockchain. So, when you have players like that are talking to you, you can expect more, in my opinion, right? I don't think that's going to be the first or last one, right? Compliment in Greek, I think that's going to be the first of many.
I anticipate. And one thing is, what I've noticed with Brian is he doesn't mention anything unless it's already in the works. Because like the way he said that and saying how he's super stoked and how they're mad and all that. And by mad, he means they're passionate about this project. I was like, oh, I got excited. And like, once again, that was one of the things in Discord. I was like, wow, they're just letting this slide past a little. And I'm like, they don't understand, because there's some people can't anticipate things. They're just like, what does this mean? And I'm like, oh, $1.3 billion. That's a lot of money that could be coming our way. Not saying all of it, but it's just crazy when you think about that. And when he's bringing it up, there's a reason he's bringing it up. And
exactly.
Eventually we will all know. I will say that eventually we will all know. And when it hits, FOMO is going to be ridiculous. And
the man with a plan.
And that's the candles that Conformant's talking about, where did you say go from 32 up $17 in one candle and wouldn't be anything? That's the kind of stuff you're going to see. And you're going to see people like, oh my gosh. And now you're getting those people now who are sitting down here at this level being like, I hope it goes to $9. And I'm like, stop saying that. It's never going to $9 again.
Well, this is something funny to think about. You know, that day that we did really, really well at 20%, that was only $2.45 million. So 1.3 billion. You know, it might go up an extra 2%.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if that was like a $10 million or a $20 or $50 million day.
Oh my goodness!
Volume-wise,
that's going to be up like 130%.
Yeah, maybe even more.
Yeah, it's crazy. It'll be one of those ones trending. I don't know if you know Bitmart, that exchange, but like sometimes I'll log in some days. There'll be a crypto. It's up like 9,000 or 17,000%, and you're like,
yeah,
what? Maybe that'll come for one day for Safuu when all those really big investors come in. That'll be crazy.
And Corey Hanks, can the three of you tell us what you're going to do on day of launch? It is going to be a very special day. I've already said I'm taking the day off of work and I'm just going to sit, chill, watch, and I'm probably going to be texting everybody I know, showing them pictures, and being like, "I made it, guys. You were laughing at me, and I made it. Finally, I'm not the joke that you think I am."
You're like, it's real. You see, this time it's real.
Oh man, they're like, this isn't one of your other Ponzi schemes. I'm like, I know. Oh my gosh, that's what I get. This one I haven't pushed on people because they've dissed me on past projects. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do my videos. I send them the videos. They can choose to watch, do their own research. I'm not pushing anything on them. But yet, I have invested some of their kids into the project, so their kids will be happy.
You can only give them the information, man, and then you just kind of go like this, like, here's the information. Do what you want with it. And
that's what I've done, Con. I've just been like, listen, you know, hey, guys, this is what I'm doing. And they just look at me like, yeah, whatever, you know. And I've got friends that are just, they haven't done anything about it. And then when January hits and I'm in South Beach, you know, buying a new house for the winter, you know what I mean? They're going to be like, what happened? Oh, well, I mean, I tried to tell you guys, you know.
you're just sitting there holding the phone. You're like, 6 figures.
I set a countdown.
Yeah, I'll take this one with 2 pools. That looks really nice.
I set a countdown on my phone for October 20th because that is obviously once you sacrifice, you know exactly where you're going to start on mainnet launch, and that's got me so excited. So like that sacrifice day, once I sacrifice my coins, I'm going to be like the happiest Greek ever. It's going to be amazing. But here we have a sacrifice question. Even with the increase in total possible coins that may be sacrificed, do you all have any concern that us smaller retail investors may not get in day one due to Dubai and other whales? Now, I don't know why a lot of smaller retail investors think that like the whales are just going to get in before them. You understand they have to go through the same process as you and me sacrificing their coins. If you want something, you have to go the time of, be there and do it. And don't say it's 2 a.m. my time or maybe 3 a.m. your time. Guess what? You just got to live. It's one day out of your life. You can give up sleep for one day. Today, news came at 5 a.m. I had to, if you see the middle section of my video where you see the switchover happen, that was a whole added section because of this morning, what happened. So you just got to, sometimes you got to live with the punches. I'm going to set my alarm. I don't know what time zone, what crap, what it's going to be. I just know that my alarm is going to be set for an hour prior. I'm going to have my coffee. I'm going to be jacked and I'm going to be ready. And that's what it is. It's all first come, first serve for all of you.
That's what I tell everybody that watches my channel, because I get that same exact question and I get it during live shots. I get them in comments and my response is always the same. Just do it on day one. Don't try to wait. Don't try to be smart. Don't try to figure something out. Just do it on day one, because the reality is that there are going to be people that are going to procrastinate. It's just the way it is. 100% of people are not going to do it on day one. My belief is that it's going to be a very high percentage of people that do it on day one. Yes. But the earlier you do it on day one, you don't have anything to worry about. Just do it on day one. You will get in. If you have 3/4 of a Safuu that you are sacrificing, then you will be able to get in. It doesn't matter if you're a tiny little whatever the tiniest thing that I think it's a
snail,
sea snail, or all the way up to the legend status. You're not it doesn't matter which one you have. It's going to be the same for you. Get it in day one as soon as you possibly can, preferably as soon as it starts. The server will be able to hold everybody. It's the same server that Facebook and Amazon and here on YouTube uses. So they have millions of people going on their website every single day at the same time. So will this one. We will be able to do it. There won't be any interruption, and everything is going to be just fine, providing that you do it on day one. Just do it on day one. That's the answer.
Yeah, that's what I see this in the Discord all the time, and it's like everybody who's a retail investor, they think because their bag's small, they're like don't have the same chance, and I'm like, yeah, you may not have the same chance at a node because you can't afford the regular node, but everybody has the same chance in this. Everybody can make it, and that's why when I say we are all going to make it, it doesn't matter. We are all going to make it. So just make sure you get it. And your friend Asshole Trading is back. Prado will make videos on planes. That's when we know he's sold. He's going to be in his private jets, living the life, living the high life.
I'm sorry, say that again, brother. I got a text.
Asshole Trading said Prado will make videos on planes. That's when we know he's sold. So you can have your own private jet, living the good old life.
Hey, brother, I don't think you quite understand what it is, Asshole Trading, that I've been trying to explain to you guys on my channel. Buy the dip, when I was telling you guys that I was buying the dip. So you can best believe I will be able to buy a plane, and I still will have more after that. Just so we're all clear, like that's how much I was buying the dip. I was buying the dip. I told you guys to do it. I wasn't playing with you guys. Yeah, buy the dip whenever it happens. Right now is actually still a dip, believe it or not, because we should go past 100% more than what we have right now. We'll probably be in the 50 and 60s sometime in October or September, I should say. So I would advise people, if you can, start dollar cost averaging in, so that you could have as much as possible on October 20th, so that you can then get all that fantastic Safuu X that's going to just multiply like crazy because of the compounding that's going to happen with the new 2.093% all the way till January and past January, obviously, but January being the day that we go live, and then all those Safuu X that you have in your wallet that are each going to be worth at the very least $6. Can you imagine how much that's going to look like in your wallet? And one quick thing also for people that are pissed off about that, what that's also doing, I've mentioned this before, and I want to remind everybody, it's taking all of you people that would be freaking out from price dips and price going up and price going, whatever you want to sell. It's going to force you to be diamond hands so that it makes you actually make money that's going to change your life. That's the greatest thing about not being able to do anything with your Safuu for 3 months. It's going to force you to actually make money.
Great. It's going to force you to 4X. You're going to be like, oh my God, what am I going to complain about? Seahawks said, I practically begged a friend to invest when Safuu was at $9. I did the same thing. They see, that's the problem with a lot of people, is they see red candles and they go, well, now's not the time to buy. It's down. And I'm like, okay, so now it's at $20. That same person at $20 goes, oh, so what's a Safuu? It's been up. I go, yeah. So you want to buy after it goes up 100%.
That's the problem. They want to see like 14 or 20 green candles in a row, and then they'll buy in, and then wonder why the price went down a couple days later.
This is the GameStop Dogecoin push. This is all that AMC stuff. This is what it does to people. They just like.
Oh, do you guys want to know something really funny? So it's not exactly related to Safuu, but it is something chart related like that. I think it was like a month ago. Someone had said do a video on the lock pay, and I wound up going into it. I was like, this chart looks really not great. And then I did the video, and then literally I think 2 or 3 days later, it corrected like 99%. And someone in the comments yesterday was just like, because there's one guy that came on and was just like, you don't know what you're talking about. LockPay's going to the moon. It's going to keep going up. You know, it's 21 straight candles of green. It's just going to keep going. And I'm just like, I would advise not to do this because, yeah, it's up like 3,000% and hasn't seen one red day. I'm like, it's coming down hard. And then the comment was like, ooh, this didn't age well. I'm like, that made my day. Because then you look at Safuu. We went up, we came down, and we're coming back up. And then I just looked at Titan. Titan's just kind of like, it hasn't really started to retrace yet. And then same with some of the other ones like Luzion and stuff. I'm like, it's really crazy just how good Safuu is doing, especially with just tech TA wise. It's up over almost 150% from falling to the low it had. All the other rebasing forks and stuff are still setting new lows right now. So
this is why I advise when you're on Twitter and you start hearing about a coin, it's probably not the time to get in. Wait, because there's a certain coin right now and everybody's talking about it on my Twitter and they're like, Greek, you should do videos on this coin. And I'm like, no, I'm going to wait for it to settle because it's just doing one of these. And I'm like,
and that's when you get a lot of mad people in your comments like, you Greek, you made me buy in at the high and now I'm losing money, it's all your fault. And you're like, you do your own research.
Yeah, I make them buy
yeah you force them, you grab their hand, you put it on that keyboard, you put in their passcode because you know it.
we'd be at $50. Daniel would be bald if I could make people buy. That's what I'm Safuu X Dallas, Texas said he missed out on the pre-sale because he thought he'll have 1 to 2 hours before Safuu sells out. I ain't risking it this time. Trigger finger ready for day one sacrifice. And this is what I always say. Just because you think something can't happen, it always could happen. So do you want to be that guy who misses out on a 65% bonus because you're like, oh, I wanted to wait. And so I'm just saying it's better to be early, be secure. Absolutely. On Safuu X than to, and people ask me this question too. I got this one. What happens if you see Safuu price spike after you sacrifice and you're like, oh, I could have got more? And I'm like, guess what? At least I know I'm in the greatest thing and I got my 65% bonus and I can't control what happens after I go and sacrifice. What I can control is my act of sacrificing at the time and make sure I'm secure onto Safuu X. And that's all you can control. So I don't live in a what if world. I just do my research and know what I'm getting into, and I'll be totally fine if the price rises. And if people wait and there's still spots available and the price did rise, I will be more than happy for them because I all want everybody to make it, just like
me too.
Absolutely.
Soon says, do you guys think you'll be doing a live stream? I'm trying to buy a light node, or of you guys doing the sacrifice? Also, I'm calling out sick for both events, feeling the cough coming now. Smart. Smart.
Feel the cough coming now. That's funny.
Yeah, 2 months early. He feels it.
For the sacrifice, I could see us. I think we would have more time, assuming we have time to be on a live stream and do it live together. For the light nodes, this might be a go where I might not want to be live streaming. I might do it, then live stream, and then we could talk about how the process is going. But I don't know if we're going to have enough time.
Yeah, I'm not going to be live doing it. I can tell you that because it's such an important moment. I don't want to be distracted by anything. And I also want to be able to get it done right so that I can then be able to transfer that information to you guys.
Crypto Easy says, can't be the Fantastic Four with one missing. Don't worry. Tomorrow, the Fantastic Four comes together. Today was just a Q&A with the Greek. And I'm actually shocked that Sean showed up. He said he was going to maybe bounce in, maybe not. So Sean made it the Fantastic Four today, so it was a pleasant surprise. It wasn't supposed to be this way, but it was.
Just a precursor tomorrow.
And I just want to say, we have 80 people still with me. This is my first live, and we've actually, the numbers have been steady. So I'm like, the one thing I'm like, oh, how long should I go with this? But if people are still tuned in, you give the people what they want. That's what the Greek does. And I'm just beyond honored that you guys are still watching us. Like, I'm honored when people watch my videos. I don't know. I'm just a humble guy. I don't expect anything. But let's see. Do we have any more questions?
I can't believe we've been going. Yeah, an hour and 40 minutes. It's crazy. And they're still here.
Seahawks says, call them what they are, shit forks. It's true. They are.
I can't tell how many people are on here. How many people are on there? I don't even know. There goes Seahawk. Oh, I missed that comment.
Elbow cough, elbow cough.
Ian Bednar, I lost 300 on LockPay. Do not get into LockPay.
Because it was really locked. And, you know, that is the thing that I keep getting bombarded with in DMs. It's just, hey, guys, why doesn't Brian put in a limit so that people can't sell more than 5% a day? Because, you know, that worked for LockPay. So why not put it in Safuu? And you're like, LockPay.
Yeah.
What I will say about that is when you do that and you're like forcing people in, people hate being forced into something.
Yeah.
I'm learning that now with the animal farm. You thought, oh, I lock it up, they can only sell 2% of their steak in pigs daily. What ends up happening is people are like, well, I don't want him controlling my money, so I'd rather have it in my wallet. Well, what that does is it forces them to take it out of the animal farm, which forces people to get horrible sentiment about the thing, and then the price ends up, as we've seen,
tanking.
So I'm glad there is no lockup period. I mean, you should never lock up. Well, it's going to be locked up on Testnet, but you're still making money, so you can't complain about making money during Testnet. That's the greatest gift ever.
It's not like it's sitting there and it just kind of sitting there steady or falling steadily, and you can't do anything about it.
Try having your money locked up when the price of something goes from $200 to $50, and you can only sell 2% a day of it. Then you'll get my sentiment, and
that's terrible.
Yep, and they exist, my friend. It's from experience that we're talking about right now.
I still have my 25. My 25. What's this stupid dog coin? Do you know if that opens up tomorrow, those coins are coming straight over into Safuu? I've already said that, but
yeah, that's what I've been doing with it too. All the other passive incomes are just being funneled into Safuu because I'm getting the hell out of everything else.
Yeah, you look at my wallet, it's like 0.8, one Safuu buy, like one Safuu a day buys, 0.8, 0.4, because as I'm taking out of passive income plays, it's just going straight into Safuu because I know it's coming.
Yeah.
I am shocked we've been going an hour 40 minutes. This has been great. So I think I am going to end it here. We don't have any more questions. I think we've answered a lot. Once again, we will be on tomorrow. So save your questions for tomorrow. We will be on at 6:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, Greek time, tomorrow. So you will have the Fantastic Four, and you never know. Never know who might show up, and
you never know. Exactly.
You never know. So I appreciate all of you coming out, and have a great day. And remember, Safuu is the future. Safuu X is the future. Safuu is the now. Buy the now for the future. Thank you so much.
Peace out, guys.
Bye, guys.